Oh, there we go. Now hopefully it works. I have a little inception going on here. Yeah, it's supposed to, but my butt was a little lazy. I'm running an OBS to show my OBS. So I have this OBS running this OBS. And the one that's running this is bare bones. It's literally just two scenes working on stuff and starting. That's all it is. So I haven't put the music into that one yet because I was thinking I could just go, oh, you know what? Doop to doo. Let's pick OBS from. No, you can't use OBS to stream OBS. So my dumb foxy butt figured it out last second, and I had to. Yes, I'm in the void. Hold on, I'm on another screen. Wee. I'm in the void. Help! Help! I'm in the void. But yeah, the whole idea of this is I am going to be rebuilding my entire stream. And I've done a little work already, and I'll walk you guys through what I have actually done to catch you up to what I've been doing offline. But my intent is also turn this into a series of videos to where I'm showing you start to finish how to do a basic setup and then how to customize it, do some fun things with it, make it your own, and like do the whole layout stuff. Like, oh, I want a section for my chat box. How do I do that? What are some of my chat options? Blah 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. It's a lot. It is absolutely a lot, and I'm going to be making kind of like a series of videos that you can watch either sequentially or out of order, depending on what topic you're looking to understand and learn more on. um, I just said moron, and I meant more space on, not as in lacking of intelligence. But yeah, there's a big reason behind all this. Number one, my stream setup has been kind of ineffective and cluttered and confusing. So I am going to fix all that this year. Oh my god, I'm trying to like move my mouse, but I see my mouse on the stream, and this is another monitor, and this is as far as my mouse will go, but I need it on my middle monitor so I can actually touch the chat, scroll the chat, reply to the chat, because it's confusing when I see my mouse and when I can actually use my mouse. Oop, I guess I can't scroll like that. Holy shit, why can I not scroll? I'm using a new chat. That apparently I cannot scroll. Oh, no, wait. No, it just scrolled on its own. But yes, welcome to everybody to my Pandora in the Void Fixing Her Technology stream. Yes, exactly. The good settings to use. Like, as an example, I'll pull my other OBS back onto this screen. If you've noticed, like, I typically have been a primary Twitch streamer for the longest time. So this button here, I think it said like manage stream or something like that. Manage live. I forget what it said. Actually, manage broadcast. It's right here. So that button does not exist if you make your primary Twitch, because Twitch doesn't have a managed broadcast. So I struggled a lot to manage my YouTube stream because I couldn't add custom docs for all of the YouTube stuff very easily. So basically what I was doing is just recycling an old stream and just turning it into the next stream, turning it into the next stream, so on and so forth. And I didn't know that was not how you were supposed to do it until I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it as primary. Like, wait, there's a whole ass other set of options. Like, look, I can pick this stream when it comes time, which is Friday. If you guys are looking forward to an additional stream from me, I guess this is a good time to plug it. Oceana and I, which Oceana was in the chat, a little bit ago. We were doing a stream on Friday. I've got that scheduled. And the good thing is, I can just click this when I'm ready to go live and be like, bam, done. It's already scheduled. It's already here as an option. Bam, done. And I can start that stream. And that's so much easier. So there's a lot of little things that I'm learning along this journey as well. Imagine having multiple monitors. I have 3. I have a drawing tablet, which counts as a monitor as well because you see things on it. So I can, in fact, use it as a monitor, which is where my VTube studio is right now. Because another reason for my redo, I'm reaching for the monitor. Hold on, is I was trying to do a 4K stream prior, so this whole canvas, well, I can't really gesture, but this whole canvas was set to 4K, but then it wouldn't go, and I had to down um, down sample, I think that's the right word, to 2K, which is the 1080p. And I'm pretty sure that was sucking up some resources when I didn't need to. So this whole canvas now for my new layout is set to be. Oh, actually, no, you guys can't see this. Hold on. Do. Wait, can you? Oh no. Yeah, you can. Ah, the multiple OBSs just broke my brain. Okay. Yeah. I'm so used to like whatever you see on this one is what you actually see. I was like, oh, you guys are just seeing me in the void. This is not great. Oh, don't Streamlabs. Don't make me I am a huge OBS fan for many, many reasons because I can do all this weird shit in here. I don't have to pay a damn person anything. What? My bot. My new bot. Follow the Foxy. I thought I had it ignoring all of her messages. Oh, no, not for me. Not for me. Only for like if I display chat, which I will show you guys some cool features. Let me go to my. I've also got a. This is not. What do you call it? A stream deck. Whoop! I clicked off it. Hold on. This is called Touch Portal. You can run it on a phone. You can run it on a tablet, which is what I do, and you can pick how wide, how many buttons, how small they are, based on like your needs. So I've got multiple pages. One is it this one, James? Is it the bottom right one? For no particular reason. No. We'll hit that button. Uh, I have so many toggles that I haven't used. As you can see, I have quite a few. You guys have probably never knew I had toggles before. But yeah, OBS lets me do a bunch of stuff. And then this is how I run everything. Like if I actually go to my OBS one, these are all new. This is me recoding everything. I can hit chat and chat will show and then chat will hide. Let me actually go to that. This is what I would normally be showing. This is my layout. So I can hide chat and it's just whoop. I'm not used to managing all this. Okay, so it's just me hitting that is all that is. That's just a toggle for show and hide. And then this is to where I'm going to place the chat. So I'll bring it back. Just remember I have top left, top right, and full. So if I bring chat back, I hit that. Now chat's there. If I hit top right, it zooms over there. If I hit full right, it's over there. So I can just like dick around with my chat window as I please and then turn it off, which I never could do before because I never set anything like that up. So like like all those toggles are just like so helpful. And I am not used to managing my whole computer. Like there's a shrink grow button. Like right here. I'm just gonna do it there because why not? There's a shrink grow button right there. And if I hit that, it's hold on. There we go. Okay. So I don't have a program in the background because I had a window here. I'm just gonna have to turn that back on. So this would normally be like the game or the program or whatever behind me, but right now it's actually like VTube Studio that's on there because it's over on this other monitor. So if I do that, you can see that it's actually just a monitor that I've got showing right here. But that's what I'm gonna do. Is like if you noticed, my little Tory gates also came in here as well. On there is going to be I don't know yet because coding for YouTube is a bit of a pain in the ass because like I can't pull 2 foxes for the price of 1. Hold on. Let me get back to the button that James likes. But yeah, it's a lot to redo the stream, but it's also, I think, beneficial for many, many reasons. One, I can do all the cool stuff that I've always wanted to do, but never ever had the time to because I'd already coded it a certain way and I had no other options because of the way that I encoded it. Because if you notice, the Tory gate comes in and goes out as I do that. And when I do this, up here in the top right, I'm going to start pulling in something else. It's probably going to be a cycler, a rotator, things like my goals, like catch my latest YouTube video, or hey, I have this cool stream coming up on Friday with a burb. And we're going to talk about why your VTuber application isn't getting you in. So, like little rotator things for like plugs, my socials, website, blah, 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 whatever I want. So, that's what that's going to eventually do. But yes, Fox can clean Fox easier this way. Yes, I can. Whoops, hold on. Wrong buttons. I'm not used to all my buttons yet. These are all new buttons. Like, there. I'm cleaning the back of my own head. There. It's like when two cats lick each other. But yeah, I've got a lot of cool things planned. This is just the start of it. And I really wish I could scroll on this thing. I don't know why it doesn't allow a scroll. I'm just going to pop over. Actually, I can't because this is a combined chat. I'm getting way more comments on YouTube than I expected. Let's just turn chat on. I don't think I can scroll this one either. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that because that's going to bug me a little bit because I miss chats and I cannot scroll this at all. And if I select it, I can't even forcibly drag it upwards. like this is the Nutty GG chat. I assumed there was going to be a scroll window in here. All right, things we learned in the production of things. Yeah, OBS UI is a lot nicer. Because I've been using this for quite some time. I don't know, about 8 years. I probably have because I used to stream in a different fashion a while back. Like I wasn't a foxy anime girl, waifu. But yes, YouTube is certainly the best. It's my preferred platform now. You had a premium over here on this account. I don't want to deal with. Well, I personally appreciate your YouTube watch hours that you're contributing to me right now because I'm trying to make partner. Which I probably shouldn't say because I am also on Twitch, and they probably won't like that. But I think I'm a small fox that they won't really care about. But who knows? I could get like dead body reported and canceled on Twitch. But yeah, I've been blabbing a lot. I missed some comments. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to get back to them because I just can't, unless there is a way for me to open my YouTube chat that I just am not aware of. Chat. Is this the chat that I seek? This is my chat. Select a stream. I'm trying. This one. This one. I'm trying to pick this one. Why does it not work? I have excellent stream. Why? Once a broadcast has been created, it has been. Yeah, I haven't played with the YouTube primary quite yet. I'm kind of at a loss on this one. Let's refresh. No, you're supposed to go back to the other window. I don't want to share this. Well, I'm just going to have to be on the ball as best I can for chats until I can fix that. I do have a way to fix it. Let's fix it. I'm going to use a different chat service. This is what I was using before, but it eats up additional memory. I found it may have caused some of my crashes because I was sitting here watching it when I was testing and the memory was just going higher and higher and higher and higher. And I'm like, I'm not even streaming. What the hell is going on? But I do have that's my Twitch chat. Only thing I like about it is it makes noise, which I'm sure I can do in some other means. Where is it? I have multiple vertical sources for some crazy reason. I'm lost. All right, well, we'll just do it again. Oh, because I'm in the new one. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It even says ninja. I would think it would be friendly to another ninja, but no. All right, oh, come on. I want to copy the link. I hate that. There we go. I'm just going to make a new custom doc on the fly. So if you want to know how to make a custom doc, here's your tutorial. Docs, custom browser docs. And then I'm just going to call this, I'll call it Ninja. And then boom, apply. So now anything that comes through should actually go to that one. Unless it didn't auto-connect like it should have, which it did to me once. Oh no, there we go. I get that. And this actually has a scroll. So that's going to be temporary for now. Custom browser docs. Ask a Ninja theme music to start playing. What? There's Ask a Ninja theme music? Is this a show that I am painfully unaware of? But see, it doesn't show up there, but it does show up here. So I need to do some work on that. But I do kind of like the nice little color. Yes, and do get in my foxhole. Ooh, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of yapping. But I'll show you guys how I managed to do like this little stuff and like this toggle. Some of this is going to require plugins, which I don't think I can necessarily show a list of what plugins I've got attached. But this one, Ask a Ninja is okay, and I don't feel so bad then. I can just claim to be younger than I really am because it's old, and of course, no, I'm not that old. No, it sounds like it means something way different for real. May just be my mind effed up so much instant ramen. Man, I lived. I do yap quite a bit. But I was told today that my ability to yap, even if my chat is dead, is apparently a rare superpower. Which I will take the W. I'll take the W, fam. I thought that I sucked at that, but apparently it's a superpower and I got it. But yeah, what you have to do is filters you can apply to many different things. Like I could apply a filter. I'll switch my scene here. I could apply a filter to this and only this. If I remember where the filter is here. Yeah, right there. All the way to the bottom. The filter. Like I could put a filter on this and this only. It's a source. So this gets a bit confusing because there's sources and then there are scenes. And it doesn't help my brain that they both have S's at the beginning, at the end, because reading disorder, no likey that. No. So it gets confusing. I am oh yeah. Oh God. I am incapable in closing my mouth, aren't I? I have two modes. 100% silent or 100% not silent. It's easier to feed them if they get knocked out. True. If I ever need to be like resuscitated, my mouth is already open and waiting for that breath of life. Just have to not smudge my lipstick. I might murder you. If I wake up and I don't look pristine, there will be blame. Lots of blame and finger pointing. Possibly murder. But yeah, my advice for the majority of this is do not place them on anything in your sources. Because in order to control everything, it's best if you put them on the scenes. Let me switch back here. Where we can have all of that at the same time. Since you can see yourself times 2, I'm turning off that chat. But yeah, look how many I have just for chat already. And this is my very basic starting like build of the whole stream. It's already got this many, and there's reasons for this many, because half left, as you notice, let me turn that back on. Half left is hold on, I half left is this. Okay, so it's taking up half the screen and it's on the left. That was my naming scheme. So, but on my button I called it top left for like quadrant reasons. So, yeah, ignore that. Oh, it's a bonus that your voice is, oh, thank you. I get mixed reactions to my voice. So, I've had some comments on YouTube that are like, I opened your video and then that voice surprised me, but they don't say if it's a good or a bad surprise. So my brainworm brain is like, it's negative. It's always negative. How could it ever be positive? And then I'm like, hide the comment, hide the comment, hide the comment. Because I don't want to see it. My brainworms are going to eat that shit up. So thank you so much for saying that, Anime. I really appreciate that. I am a little self-conscious on the voice because it's a long time in progress. So it means a lot when you say that. So it's definitely greatly appreciated. But yeah, back to me yapping for purpose. But your model? Nah, now I'm lost. Just surprised, but your model? Like, is this my model? Do I own this? Or I like clarification, please. My fox brain isn't braining right now. Not gonna lie, I may just have interests in voices. I don't know, as I enjoy playing with my voice, and it keeps being comforted by my friend Mari's. I used to do a lot of voices growing up. I still do. If I hear something, I become I'm trying my best not to cuss. I still do. I'm a parrot in certain situations. Oh no, the comments say like they were surprised about my voice. Like my model and everything's on the thumbnails, and then they start the video and my model's there, and then the voice that comes out, I guess, is not what they were expecting. I don't know, because they never clarify if it was a good or a bad surprise. My brain is all over the place. Head pass. Thank you, PT. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I get to enjoy head pats again. And that's even more complex redeems. Which I'm going to do more videos on that stuff too. Oh, God, no. I had a conversation a moment ago, which is why, if you're in my Discord, you know, and if not, you don't know, and now you do. I had a call a moment ago, and I had to wolf down some food before stream. That's why it's a little later than I anticipated on starting. And that's why Asiana was bugging me. It's like, I see waiting on Pandora for this stream for like 2 hours. It's because I was doing all of that. And I didn't know that if I created a stream, it's like, hey, world, there's a stream coming up. We don't know when, but it's here. And I now know. But shit, I forgot what I was even talking about. My little small fox brain just popped like a kernel of popcorn. I forgot what I was even talking about. I need to have that little like modem noise and that little circling thing that's on one of my emotes that shows that I'm thinking. Yomi! It is Yomi's fault. Everything is Yomi's fault. You were supposed to be going to have some 2 hours of sleepy wind down time. Why are you sitting here? I'm doing my techie. I'm rebuilding. Like, we can make it better stream. But look, I don't know if you've seen it, but I did some cool things. Wee. And I figured out how you did the blur, and I'm gonna add myself a nice little privacy blur too. I really like that. Oh, okay. So your wind down time is to listen to my energetic fox ass. This is not like ASMR drifting you off to sleep. This is like the fox had a cup of coffee and an energy drink, and like got re-energized by a nice like hour-long conversation, and then went directly into stream kind of energy. Like I am serving all sorts of energy right now. And I even got another compliment on my voice, which just absolutely made me like feel even better. So like, I'm on a compliment high right now. Ugh. I know nobody redeemed a stretch, but I just absolutely needed one. Heck yeah! Yomi's opinions are very based. I love Yomi. I've come to love her even more. Man, I've just been rambling and now my brain just came to a grinding halt. Oh, I was actually explaining something and trying to be educational. Chicken strips. I forgot what that even was. I changed it from copyright music because YouTube hated that. What the hell was that? Was it a follow? What? What did I even do? Where is it? Where is it? I can find it in StreamerBot. This is the other secret to my success. Rare trinkets and waifus. I'm not sure which category I fall into that. Like, am I a waifu? Or am I a trinket? Am I a bauble? Am I the pop that you put on your shelf? But yes, actions. This gets super complicated, which is why I'm gonna make a whole series of videos. I'm both. I'm both a trinket and a waifu. I'm a waifu trinket. I'm the trinket that you attach to your waifu. Just like the gun trinkets in games you can get. Okay, so where's the chicken strips? Where is chicken strips? That's ejected. That's my ban. Thankfully, I've never had this one happen. Oh, it won't go on this because it's a different thing. You don't hear anything. Wait, what? No. Oh. I have desktop audio muted. So now you should hear all that. I just heard the chicken strips. And I don't know what the trigger was. So ejected. There's cheers. Or is there a sound for this one, right? Oh, that's the, oh my God, what is that? A follow. I got a follow. That's what it was. Because this is what you should have heard. That's what it should have been. I just had this muted because this is an ad hoc setup to show me building and to explain the madness behind the fox brain that explains why I'm building things the way that I am, how they intertwine, and all this madness on a red string board that you cannot visualize. I need like a picture drawn of me like the red string from, oh God, what was that show? It's a famous picture. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you for the follow. I don't have follow notices for some strange reason in all of this. I'm going to have to figure that out. But thank you for the follow. Normally there'd be a big hoop-de-doo on my screen and picks up your picture and your name and like a song and dance happens, but I haven't coded that in here yet. So the most we'll get is oh God, my bot went away. But I lost it. How many of these do I have open? What the? Why do I have like 3 social ninjas open? But I said bot. Ah, there it is. I need to drag that back. There we go. Yeah, so this is what triggers a lot of my stuff. I run a lot of everything through this. Ah, you didn't hear it again. God dang it. It should go through. Let's try it again. We'll try it again. Because this is, oh, wait. Fucking Inception. This one didn't have it unmuted. It didn't have it unmuted. Okay, so now it should work.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
I have to do that face every time now. So let me know if you heard it that time. It should have gone through. Yay, it works because I figured out what I was doing wrong. But yes, I will eventually have overlays that do songs and dances and blah, blah, blah to celebrate all this stuff. But for now, we're at least going to hear the sounds. I'm going to be extremely confused by what sound is what, but I can do this and figure it out. We'll get used to it eventually. But these nest. That is why there are multiple of these. This half left and half left background, they go off of each other. I realize that I'll maximize this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So whenever this moves, I tell it, oh yeah, you're going to go here, bitch. I'm going to prove Asiana wrong by cussing as much as I can in the next few minutes. And then after you do that, you're going to follow this. So that's the next move. And I can chain them. So this moves the text, the actual chat. And then I have a picture for the background because eventually I'm going to change that to an actual chat background. And it needs to move with it. I can't move this entire thing, but I can move the sources within it. So what I'm doing here is daisy chaining. So this one moves this one because that's the next step. And then this one is moving just the chat background at the same time. So that's why they move in unison. And that's why there's two. One for the chat, one for the background. Yada, 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 yada. It sounds like when you click spin on the wheel of names. Oh, that chat message. I hate that chat message. Let me see if I can stop that. Is this muting it? Oh, that's just text to speech. Ah, there we go. There we go. That should stop it. Yeah, I like that, but it's so freaking loud. I've even clicked the option that says be 30% quieter. And it's like, nah, you like ear bleed, right? Right? So yeah, it like ear rapes me every time. But yeah, I'm not going to use that one anymore. I'm going to figure out, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Damn it, it just minimized again. With StreamerBot, since this can go off of many triggers, I'm sure message is one of them. Oh my God, it's still doing it. Ah! It's going to drive me bonkers. Oh, it might be because I have like 3 of these open. Hold on. Exit. Exit. Oh, there we go. Now I have none. It shouldn't do anything at all now. Yeah, it won't. This is why I don't like this one. It has to be open. It runs off of a website, but it has to be open in order to update. This one does not. You shouldn't hear the little blip anymore because I don't even hear the blip. But I'm going to start it up again. And we're going to fix that. No, go away. Go away. Go away. You shall not pass. The bad thing is it's going to keep doing that because the settings are in the URL. I'm trying to like read it to find it, but I can't. And there's so many freaking options in this. Like it just keeps going on and on and on. Like it's helpful. I'm sure it does a lot of things that I would find cool, but it's a lot. I'm just not going to mess with this. Text to speech, visibility, effects, blah, blah, blah. Menu. I think it's nope. There was something I could use to search this. Where did the search go? Oh, right there. And it is not the best. Play a sound. Play a sound. I wonder. Let's clear all. I didn't want to clear. I was trying to clear the options. All right, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Session ID, commands, color, no badges, compact, large content, font, trebuchet, and hide bot names, no beep, and beep. How can you beep both at the same time? We're going to fix this. So good thing about that kind of a command is you can just edit it So if I go to custom browser docs, go to my Ninja one, go all the way to the frickin' end. We're going to take out beep. And we're going to apply that. And let's see if it stops it. I will go mad if it did not stop it. We'll find out. All right, I'm going to do it. Whee! Ah! God damn it, did it. Oh, there's something in here somewhere that's causing that. It's going to drive me crazy. Well, this YouTube chat is absolutely worthless. I got to figure that out. Vertical, YouTube, Ninja. Let us undock the Ninja. Let's see. Is it coming from somewhere else? Bloop. The bloop is coming from within the house. Somebody bloop me again. Bloop. Oh, now you're going to leave me hanging. You're going to give me, like, technical blue balls here. Ah, it's still there. It is still there. Where the hell is it coming from? It's not from here. It's not from that. It's not from redeems. It's not from quick. There's chat. All of this just for a scroll. I just wanted a scroll. Okay, I'm gonna just like absolutely obliterate this. All right, that is my chat window. So let us do edit window. No, not the title. Oh, well, actually that's what I want. So we're just gonna like use this to make, screw the Ninja. We'll do YT for YouTube. That's my YouTube one. But where is it coming from? Ah! See, this is another reason why I wanted to redo all of this, is because there's little things like this in my existing one that drive me bonkers. Like if I have people on my stream and they don't want to do the collab inside of VTube Studio, I'm like, where the hell did I put the PNG tuber web source? I just can't find it. Okay, where did that even go? Is it behind here? No. Oh, it's here. What? I'm not doing a very good job of teaching you guys how to do tech. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it as best I can. Let's just kill the program. Exit. And it will kill that. I just wish I could bring up my actual like chat from YouTube, because I can get the Twitch one super easy. And I thought I grabbed the YouTube one, but I guess not. Let's grab it from good old browser source. See, now that I've closed the program, no more deafening. Let's grab it from, let's grab it from, a little echoey, but we're going to pop this out. Oh, here, I'll show you what I'm doing in case you ever need to make your own custom doc from something like I'm about to do. Is see, it's here, right? The same is true on Twitch. I can go here, I can go pop out, and now it's separate, right? Oh, look up there. There is a URL that I can copy. So if I go to docs, custom docs, I'm going to edit that YouTube one I tried to create. That should, in theory, allow me to simply have it as a window. That works. So, yay, I have Twitch on that side and YouTube on that side. Okay, and no more annoying peeps. So now, if I need to scroll, I can independently scroll for now until I figure out how to scroll on this one. But yeah, that is how you would do something like that. And that's how I ended up grabbing all of the ones from Twitch that you see, like the Twitch chat. Same thing, except you go to your like broadcast dashboard. I think that's what it's called. And that same thing is true, the little dot. Click that, do pop out, copy URL, paste it in as a doc. I actually made just a text file of all my custom docs. That way, for whatever reason, I lose it, I have it. The Twitch ones, they stay the same. The YouTube one, unfortunately, has a little key at the end of it that's for that specific stream that is live right now. So it doesn't always work. There's not a universal one, which is another thing that bugged me about having a Twitch as the primary and YouTube as my secondary is it was never the same. It wouldn't pick it up automatically. And there's still something I got to figure out. So it will pick up the chat automatically for me if I should need it, like I did today. But yeah, that is me trying to figure stuff out. But we figured it out in real time. And this is the kind of stuff you're going to run into when you're trying to build your streams and make things as you would like to have them and fix these little technical issues. Things like that are going to be necessary. The little skills you'll pick up and things that I'm going to be teaching, because it applies to so many things like that. Do it on YouTube. You can do it on Twitch if you have Kick. I've never worked on that one, but I'm pretty sure it would have something very similar to where you can just copy that and just paste it in as a doc. Anything can be a doc. This is the combined chat from Nutty. It's its own doc. So anything I could want as a web source doc, I could make it. Pretty darn easy. Like the collab function on Twitch, bam, I got a doc for that. Should I use it? I don't think I'll ever really need to, because VTubers do it a little differently. That could be a bumper sticker. But I'm going to get a drink of water because my voice is about to die. And I looked so angry doing it. I was like pouty, sad, angry face. Oh, but I'll show you the other things that I did, because as you notice, I'll toggle the chat on. So watch the chat. You see him? See him come on? Fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out. Because otherwise it would just go blip on, blip off. And like, yes, that does work. You can do that. You can turn the source visibility on and off with, several different ways. And you could just simply click it if you wanted to do it that way. Be an absolute caveman about it. You could do it. But doing it this way allowed me to have a nice, visually appealing fade. And it took 3. All of these are tied together. My fade in is an opacity setting. So this is modifying that. That is modifying that. It's just saying, hey, you, be 100% visible. Hey, you, be 0% visible. And it's saying, and do it on a certain delay. That's how it has that fade. Hydration. Yes, YouTube doesn't have any redeems. I'm also going to cover that in another video. You can make a point system, and I'm going to end up doing that because YouTube is sorely lacking in that, and it really needs something for engagement on YouTube, just like Twitch has. Lutera, hello, welcome to the Fox Rambles a Lot and Breaks Everything show, as she tries to teach. Oh, you sent a pic of what you changed your chat box to. I am assuming on my Discord. Oh, okay. If you want to know what I'm laughing at, wonderful plug for my Discord. I think this is a command. Let's see. Let's see if it works. I just added a YouTube bot as part of my upgrades. Yes, this is OBS. No, it doesn't work on YouTube quite yet. I haven't modified the commands to also send the message over, but I can do it on. Or maybe not. Maybe I never made the command. All right, somebody, what's my Discord? Like, if I'm gonna just nab it from Twitch fast. Where's my browser? Okay, so many things. There we go. Oh, like I forgot that it was a TV or a movie. It's like, fuck it, we're doing it live. That's what this is. It's the embodiment of that. No, mute, mute. Okay, there we go. Oh God, I heard an uncomfortable second of me breathing. How do you guys deal with me breathing? I should just not breathe. Caught in 4K, absolutely. Technically, this is 1080p. I downgraded. It's in the about. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Copy link, copy link, copy link, copy link address. There we go. All right, so let's see if I can send that. Yes, I can send that. All right. You know what? We can actually fix this in real time because this is a tech demo stream, right? Stream a bot. All right. So commands, I do not have a Discord one. So what we're going to do, add content NEP. Yes. I just have less the detail of being guilty. That's it. You have just less details to use against me in court. Half the pixels. So the name will be, I'm going to keep my naming scheme of C for command, Discord. All right. I'll use one of these as an example here. 480p. Yeah, if you downsampled me, man, you got less evidence on me, so sucks to suck. Oh, bot! Where were you a second ago when I was struggling? This is where you just want to strangle the bot. And why is that one heart huge? Like it's got some kind of weird ass palpitation going on, and it's missing the other. So I do have a advert, my timed adverts that goes through all of these messages. I guess it's missing. Is it the non-breakable space that it doesn't like? I'll have to figure that out. But yes, we're going to create one of these live. So this is just going to core commands, looking for a command to be triggered, and then doing the thing. It is like one beat away from a heart attack. But see, like over here, it's perfectly fine. It is absolutely fine. But when I get into like the nutty one, it's just screwing up random ones. Like the yellow one, nah, that just doesn't work. This whatever this is, it's just seemingly a space. Where did that even come from? What? I have no idea. Maybe I need to send some feedback to Nutty. It's like, get your damn emojis in line, bro. I mean, another thing we could do is like copy, duplicate, but we're going to build it from scratch. Let's see if I can remember. It's been a while since I made one of these. So we are triggering. I am triggered right now. It's going to trigger a command, which commands are here. So I can create multiple things that trigger these things. So I'm going to add, we're going to call this Discord because I need that. What command do I want it to look for? No, not dusk, Discord. I don't know what else to put on there. This Discord seems to be right. Ignore bot, ignore eternal. Half of what I made, the chat box on my end say is only half right, which is half right is up to you. I got you. It took me a second. My brain is split right now. All right, so we're gonna go core commands. Command triggered. Any? No, we want Discord triggered. And it's going to have a Twitch action, which is going to send a chat message. If it would give me the options, there we go. Send an announcement, because those are pretty looking. Send an announcement to channel. It says, there's my Discord. Hold. I cannot type. Ooh, another thing if you don't know it, Windows and plus is an emoji button. And your most used ones pop up here. So for me, it would be doop, 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 Foxy Ninja. That's how I do that. And then we can just copy that. Actually, just copy the whole thing. Oh, and another action, which is a YouTube action. There it is. Send a message to channel. I don't think it has a fancy announcement, so I guess, at least not until I'm a partner or whatever, I'll have more commands. Hopefully by then. Send a message. Send it from the bot, because that's what the bot is for, right? Broadcast. What's this? Latest film? No, that's fine. All right. So now it should work. My two brain cells are struggling. Mine are like causing friction right now. I need like smoke to just like billow out between the part and the back. I must be a dad. When I open my emojis on my phone, the first, most recent is a thumbs up. My work one, my most used work one is the jamming cat. Like, here, since we're plugging the Discord, see how many Discords I'm in. Like, if I type cat, the cat jam is the most used one by me, both in and out of work. It's my default. I'm like, yeah, I gotcha. Uh huh. That is just my vibe right there. Is that cat? Just I need to make like an emote of me just doing what the cat's doing. Then that'll be my new jam. And you, am I actually in a lot of Discords? Like I have folders upon folders. Like there's Oz's. I'm in like special ones. I'm in Yomi's. I'm in mine. Here's all my D&D ones. I have VTuber ones. I have streaming ones. I have art. That's games. That's VR chat specific. And here's like homeless ones that don't have a folder. I'm in quite a bit. I don't talk in hardly any of them, but I'm in quite a bit. Yeah, actually, there were folders. There were folders. See? Folder. Unless there's like a more advanced folder mechanism that I am unaware of. I just leave like my most active ones that I at least read uncollapsed. No, I did it fast because I don't want you guys to see anything that I might not intend for you to see. Like, oh no, she's in this one Discord. Ooh, and like I get canceled or something. But no, we were doing the whole Discord thing, so I'm gonna try it on not YouTube. This one's Twitch. Bam! I need a hand tracker. See, look, I said it in one, and both get it. So I might want to change that in the future to basically be like, oh, somebody on Twitch wanted it. Okay, I'll send it to Twitch. Actually, I can do that now while I'm thinking of it. All right, so we're going to edit this real quick. The name, and we'll just call this one YouTube, and I have a purpose for this. All right, so we're looking for that command to be triggered, but oh, hold on, where? Can I tell it where? I might need like an if statement or something in this. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make 2 of these and 2 of the announcements. So it's good that I put it on Twitch because it triggered it and it showed it to me, and now I found this. All right, so we're gonna have to make 2 of these. And that will be my Twitch one. Can I not duplicate? Well, it wasn't difficult, so we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Yut! We stream on Yut now. There we go. And that can have a nice separation between the two. That way I'm not just giving the Discord to anybody, which arguably, if one side's asking and I have a dual stream going, the other side might want it too. I might want to leave it like that, but for educational purposes, for right now, we're just going to duplicate that. And this one, we're of course going to call the Twitch one. And we just delete the the corresponding one. All right, so since I do not want to send that, I can either just disable it if I want to leave it there, or I can just flat out delete it, which I'm just going to delete it because it's easy enough to copy it over. So Twitch, that matches. Let's go to the YouTube. This one I need to change to YouTube, and then I need to delete the Twitch one. So if I just hit the delete key, that works too. And now we have them separate. So if I go over to YouTube, which as you guys know, on the right-hand side, and I type Discord, it should only pop up over there, which it did. So we'll test the opposite way. Let's see if I did something correct. Wait, did I swap it? Let me check myself before I wreck myself. All right, that one's YouTube. That one's Twitch. Okay, yeah, I did do that. That is a new thing for me. I've never had to use that before. Ta-da! Okay, we've got it split. Haha! And now you guys absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, know how the hell to get to my Discord, because I've spammed it for like the last 10 minutes. There I go, making angry faces. I really need to cut those bot messages out. They should have been out, but I guess it's just, for whatever reason, not seeing it, or I didn't update the setting or something, but that's a later me problem. I'm gonna move the water so I don't end up absolutely drenching all of my equipment. But yeah, that's exactly where I am right now as far as what's going on, as far as like how I'm controlling some of this. Let me go to filters again. Just quick recap. All these move my chat and its background together. They daisy chain. These three work in tandem to give me a little fade, a little fancy fade, and that's it for the chat itself. Cat vibing. No, I've been like just absolutely just messing around with everything. So thankfully I've got my scrolly wheel over here. Now you can guys, I can just see me, like my brain working in real time. I think I've read that, and that. 2 folders. Ah, I'm too far up. That's the cat vibing. Ah, there we go. Not gonna lie, if you do the jammin' cat meme for your model, it'll just be flexing how strong my clothing is. Clothing? Because the cat, you just see his head. I was just gonna do an emote. It won't be like on the model or anything, so I can just sit here and go, yeah, yeah. I can headbang myself. Oh. Another thing is this display. If you noticed with this, I have these buttons. And of course, it shows the gaming one. You can actually watch them turn like visible, invisible. See, the game one went invisible, visible. So I can do this. Actually, this one's out of sync. This one should be invisible. Let me manually do that so it's back in sync now. There. So I can just simply switch what you guys see by a button as well. Boop. And that's also on here. Is it on this? Yeah, this is all the shrink grow for this one. And it's the same way as the chat one, because I did it for one of the things. Like there was originally just these three. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I got it done. This filter affects everything, right? Nope, because you have to tell it what source you're affecting. So I didn't realize that at first, which now I have the monitor, daisy chaining, to the window, which daisy chains to the game, which I can rearrange these so they're actually all together. There we go. And then the grow just does the exact same thing. And what I did on the last one, since the game is the last one in the chain, it does Tory up. Because if I'm shrinking the windows, I want the Tory to show. Because that is going to have all of the information, the last follower, the last sub, the last donation, whatever it is that I want to put on this box. I also thought about like a horizontally scrolling chat. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I also wanted to just simply have it there for funsies. Because I could make that a bunch of like, connect to me on socials, blah, 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 blah. And then I can have a goal bar up here. I can switch it and have like I am 30% to my goal of whatever down here, and then have my rotating advertisements for myself up here. It's flexible. I can do whatever I want with it. But I needed it to come in as part of all of this. So the very last part of the chain, shrink, since it's getting smaller, is pulling the Tory up. Grow, since it's going and taking up the whole screen, Tory's not needed anymore. So the last part of the grow game is to get rid of the Tory. So it's doing the Tory down. 30% of my goal to free McDonald's fries. Oh, with the rate that the prices are going up, that might be a valid goal. But yeah, it is so freaking smooth. It's nice and professional. At least that's my thoughts. You guys can have different thoughts. That's just my thoughts. Yeah, the next part, I'm not sure what to do next. So I could go into the graphics part of it. You don't thoughts. Thoughts you do not. I'm trying to see what else I've got in here. Yeah, this is one of the things that I thought about, but it only does Twitch. It did it for a second, then it disappeared. I don't know why it disappeared. There it goes. But yeah, see, it does a really cool little animation, which I thought would go great on the Tory, but it does not include anything about YouTube. YouTube has such little love for everything, really. There's like nothing really cool for YouTube, just because they don't really have like all of that set up so you can integrate with this and read that detail and blah, 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 blah. What? Oh, YouTube, yeah. I was like, I don't have a toggle for that. I know it wasn't me. But yeah, YouTube, they're taking a different approach, I guess, to streaming. There's like other things like super chats and such, which I don't have access to. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more coding on the YouTube side to get some of that stuff to actually be viable. It's going to be a journey. I haven't done any of that before. Otherwise, I would already have it. But there's ways to do a point system. There's ways to integrate with YouTube, but it's a lot more heavy on your side versus like Twitch has so much integration. It's been at it for longer. So many services just like like straight up offer it to you. Like that was free. I forgot, like Streamlabs or something. I forget, but you just like add it in and bam, it just reads it. Super freaking easy. Anybody can do that. Doing something like that on YouTube, yeah, it's gonna take a lot, a lot to figure that out. And I can do some of it just in my brain thinking about like how I might do it, because I'll show you one of the other things I was toying with. Let me make this a little smaller so I don't cover myself up. But going back to the actions, if you scroll all the way down, there's logs. I have 11 actions in here. I was recording every single thing to a spreadsheet file. And in theory, I could use that with YouTube as well to record stuff. The downside, streamer bot would have to be active 24/7. That's just not a thing. I could leave my computer on all the time. That's exactly what it would take. Or I could have a tiny mini computer that's doing that and logging it to like my NAS, my local network server. And then I just pull it from there. I could do that. Maybe a Raspberry Pi. I don't know. If you don't know what a Raspberry Pi is, it's this tiny little computer that's about the size of a wallet, I would guess, or a credit card that you can do some cool stuff on, but it's very program heavy. So I could possibly do that. But with all these other services being on the web, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, they are constantly logging. I don't know how they're pulling history. Maybe that's something that I can do if there's a history. Maybe what I can do is like, oh, I streamed today. And then like Friday when I do my co-stream with Asiana, it can go, oh, what was the last one? Okay, what did I miss? Let me fill in the blanks. Let me write those details. And now I'm caught up. If there's like some kind of a log out there that I can have access to for my stuff, that would make me so happy. I wouldn't have to worry about gaps and things like that in my logging. And this would also allow me, I'm a nerd, foxy nerd, I could do data analysis on this. It's recording a lot of extra stuff that people normally don't need, but I was curious. I could go through this and like start cross-referencing like, oh, if I streamed at this time and I streamed that subject, then blah 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 blah. Like I could do my own data and analytics. I wouldn't have to rely on Twitch or YouTube or anybody else's third-party websites that also have that stuff as like a paid service. They give you a little bit for free just for a taste, and then they want you to shell out the moolah in order to get the good stuff. I could potentially get all of it. And if that's the case, I could teach everybody else how to get it. And then, F those websites, right? But yeah, long-term goals right here. Long-term goals. But I will throw you in a link. Yeah, I need to figure out how to exclude that. I told it the name of the bots. I might have messed up the syntax and broke it. But yeah, the announcements aren't supposed to go unless there's a specific thing for like exclude the bot from announcements that I needed a check mark. I can figure that out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. NPC versus bots, the epic war. It's like, oh god, what is it? Like the Robot Wars, Terminator, all that. This one I could never get working. If a raid was sent, end your stream, go to my ending screen. I don't know why I just never got it to work. Unless it was, no, it wouldn't be that because I got raids and this never happened. So I don't know why, but it's supposed to just, when I send a raid, that's the end of my stream. Just go to the ending screen. That's what I wanted, but I never got. I'm sure there's something I missed. But yeah, there's a lot of planning left to do because this is, as you can tell, very bare bones, very minimalistic, but it's also minimalistic on purpose. Because, oh yeah, no, not for receiving raids. I need to change that so it doesn't minimize to the taskbar. But receiving a raid has all these other actions. So Twitch raid, type raid. Yeah, if somebody raids me, peace, I'm out, and I just like slowly disappear with like the peace sign, like pulled up with my hand. Yeah, there's so much to do. There's a lot to do. It's a huge undertaking, but it's all for a proper, good reason. I'm making videos out of it, so I have content. I get this new, updated, clean stream layout that I've been thinking about for a while now. You probably do that as a joke. There'd be so many confused people coming in like, oh, so-and-so rated you with 10 viewers. And then you just like do the whole peace out and fade like stream ended, bye suckers. You'd definitely confuse a bunch of people. You might lose some people from that raid like immediately. Because I've raided people just for them to end their stream and be like, I can't undo the raid. I raided them into an end. I raided them into a dead end. They can't go anywhere else. Yeah, F yo raid. Basically is what it would be. Yes, yes. I know you're messing. Oh, I also didn't go over the me. The me is super easy. It's just VTube Studio, but it's Spout 2. It's not like a chroma key. This isn't green because like I've got green here. I've got blue. I can't do a green screen. I can't do a blue screen. I I made a whole video on this. If you haven't watched it, because it drove me bonkers. I had to figure this out because if I green screened, this would be funky. If I blue screened, well, all lots of other stuff would be funky. So I didn't have a proper color that I could use. Purple kind of worked, but not really. And it just messed with the quality of what I could do. So I set out to figure out how to record all of that without using the green screen BS. Spout 2 lets you do this really simply, but recording was a whole other thing. Oh yeah, it's just not viewing that. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So let me hide chat again. Ah. So you can normally, let's see, what's the button? Oh, come on. I'm looking through your options. Don't go away. Yeah, this one. All right, so it's change background. You go all the way to the bottom. Color picker, select. And if you notice this nice little very like, I don't know, slate gray. I don't know what to call it, like gloom and doom gray, we'll call it that, is my background. But if I go to the Pandora source, it's black. And that's because it goes away because this little option right here, this is transparent in capture. This way it doesn't matter what color you have back there. I could change this to the most ugly color. I could even make it match my pink, which is one of my predominant colors, and it would still be transparent. OBS just goes, "Hey, Spout 2. This is all transparent. Nothing to see here. Quite literally, nothing to see here." So that I'm trying to close it on the OBS and that's not working. Hold on. I need to go over to the other monitor. There we go. So that solves that. But to record, that was a whole other thing. And I had to make a whole other video on it. And I had to do a lot of digging and searching. And there was a lot of broken methods for that just didn't work anymore. But I figured something out that does. And yeah, it can be a lot. Oh, now that I'm not touching it, it's staying on. By the way, I found out you can become Neurosama on VTube. What? What? How? Is it somewhere on this lovely lovely list of characters? I'm on top of this. Oh, a free mod. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was like a built-in feature somehow. I haven't used this in forever. This one's a little the creator was super nice. This is a pre-made asset that you can buy on Etsy, but she was super nice to help me recolor it so it matched my design. But only downside is if I blink, it looks a little wonky. That's my only gripe about the model. Other than that, it's really cute. I like it. I just need to use it more. I haven't needed to turn this into a redeem. Like for X amount of minutes, you get cute cute fuzzy fox. And apparently, if I do this, I'm just headbanging at this point. I'm just getting larger and smaller. Oh my god, fox! Hey Draco! Wow! I'm hypnotizing you with all of my tails. Oh, I'm probably also going in and out on the microphone, getting louder and softer because I'm headbanging to do that. How are you, Draco? Oh my god, let me have the option back. Thank you. Also got like Stinky Boy. He was free. Let's go back to me. Oh, but another thing. Ah, da, da, da. One more thing. If you know that, I love you. One more thing. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is my move screen. And you notice I have all of these presets for where I want to go. So if I hit POS cam, that's back to where I was. And this is through VTube Studio, telling it, say, hey, place the model on basically an XY axis at this point, at this zoom level, blah, blah, blah. Basically, capture where this is and remember this. And we're going to name it this. Remember it. And then, like, there's all these others. Like, if I'm in the middle for my old chatting screen, I had this. Like, if I'm doing YouTube, I have a center button. Like, full body, like, boop. Let's see. Can it work? Come on. Oh, no, full body is not working. I guess that one's broken. But I also have this one where I'm, like, peeking. And I have it tied to this one, so I go, hello. Hello. I need to also, whoops, wrong one. I need to tie it with the little hands that come up because I've got those too. That way you get like a little white table or a wall at the bottom and my fingers pop up and I pop up behind that. Yeah, like, hello. Oh, I'm suddenly British for some reason. No idea. My brain is rotting. Oh, I got a zoom so I'm nice and close. I did have a TikTok one, but I guess my TikTok one got deleted. And I've got this one. Whoops. Malfunction. POV, the British finding a small rock in the middle of the ocean. Oh, what do you need one of? Are we talking this? Is this what you need one of? Is one of these? Or is it like a toggle that we're talking about? What is it, Draco? This is $15. That's it. That's all it is. And then you could do like a ton of pages. They need one of me. Draco already has me as a friend. I already exist in some way, shape, or form in Draco's world. Making notes. Yes, I'm going to be making this into a huge video series. Like bite by bite, I'm going to break down like me recreating my whole stream and make little videos out of it. Because right now, this is just me kind of catching up, testing the waters on how I set this up. Because I had to do an OBS to broadcast the OBS. So I'm doing a little bit of an OBS inception here tonight. And that was interesting to set up. It's had its own little issues. But yes, this, I have a video on this as well. It doesn't like go into how to set it up as detailed. It was mainly to show that, hey, you don't have to buy those extremely expensive like physical devices, such as Stream Deck. And I know there's some other like competitors now. You don't need to buy those. This was $15 when I bought it. And you can buy a few add-ons, but you don't really need to. And you can literally use your phone. Pretty much everybody has a phone. I'm using a tablet. You can actually do multiple devices if you like add the plugin for that, which is like $7. Because you see one device connected. I can connect multiple if I paid for that, which I was thinking about because I want to get better at puppeteering. And by that, I mean like faces. Like all of my toggles, I need to make some more, group them up a little differently, blah, blah, blah. And really lean into the puppeteering because sure, I'm animated, I'm moving around, but if I actually used these, I could create more emotion and like if I get embarrassed, I could kind of pair the two together. Because that was like ears down. Ah, that's ears gone. Hold on. They're side by side. That's ears gone, and that is ears down. And then there's my blush. There we go. Yes, I need to do that. I have the file and I have the knowledge. I just need to sit down and do it with all the things that I want to do on top of everything else. Yeah, I can actually, as an example with this, like, look how many I can add, how many rows, how many columns. I can get a lot of buttons on here if I really, really wanted to. Oh God, how many did I actually have? Hold on. Oh, nope, nope. That's one too few. All right, that is the right amount. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Okay, so that's where I was. So I could do a lot with all these buttons, just like you could with any Stream Deck. It's a lot of coding because this is just telling, hey, this has a VTube Studio plugin. Hey, run that. That's it. I don't have to give it a hotkey. I don't have to say like Control Shift F12, yo mama, and like all of that crazy stuff to be able to do it. This has a plugin that just says, hey, do that. Do the eyes one. Like, hey, do the Anya. That's all it does. So I don't even have key presses anymore. I tried setting up key presses. You can actually go beyond F12. There's like F13 to F25, I think, if memory serves. I tried using those for that, but there's only so many of those. But then I figured out I could just do that, and like, I don't even need keys anymore. We have ascended beyond the keys. Like everything is just, hey, VTube Studio, run that. That's it. Oh, oh yeah. Does it look like I ate something spicy? I could do like, it was spicy. Like I could kind of puppet that together, right? And that's the stuff I need to get better at. I only got 12F. What's 12F? 12 frames per second, 12 female versions, 12 fucks to give to other people. Like I'm all fresh. I'm fresh out of Fs. Off topic, but where can I find your reference sheet / images from my VTuber? Twitter. Do. Phenomenon. Do. Phenomena. Where is it? Hey, another plug. At Pandoramonium42. I need to like make one that's for socials. I think I might actually have one. But it is a while ago that I had this up there. While. Because I debuted this model after I rebranded. It's in here somewhere. Oh, that video did not do so well. That was off topic of what I normally do, but I liked that video. Oh my God, I may just have to send it to you because it is so far back. Yeah, it's not pinned because I can only pin one thing at a time. And I typically will rotate through my most recent pins. What the hell did I even do? Damn, how long have I been a fox again, guys? Oh, hey, look, cake. Nom, some cake. Holy crap, come on. Oh, that's the one that got me in trouble. Not trouble, but I had a little a little falling out with somebody over that one. That's the Christmas one, Yomi. That's the Christmas one I was talking about. Oh my God, how long ago was this? Right? That was what I was going for. But apparently, someone had like heavily religious. Oh, there it is. Heavily religious values. Somehow it applied to me. Like, okay, that's your view. I'm like trying to remember, how do I? Oh, I hit the date. That's what it is. There we go. I will put this in chat. After all that searching, we will put it on the YouTube side. That is the picture. And I launched my calculator like a nerd. It's on a hotkey. Yes. Maybe consider having it easy to find in your Discord. Yeah, that might be a good thing. Let's see. I might have actually put it in there, but forgot that I did it. I have a Foxy fan art one. It's not in there. It was probably like in an announcement somewhere, but it's probably in there. I should pin it in the Discord. Yes! Now in my Discord. Pandora's Discord now featuring Draco. Oh, for those who know me and have been in my streams a little bit, I'm going to try and mess with my voice more often, so a little leadway would be absolutely wonderful because, as I mentioned earlier, I grew up doing voices. I love like parroting things. Like, if I get like super brave, I might actually do some of the deeper ones that are very different from this voice. Very different from this voice. Like a Rick Sanchez different. So yeah, if I become more comfortable, I will probably start doing more vocal range. Yay, fellow VoIP player. The sad thing is, if I sing, I cannot end up sounding like a country song. I just sound like the seagull from The Little Mermaid trying to sing. Like I can do voices, I can change my voice, I can, do some accents to a certain degree. Especially if I hear them for quite some time, I will absolutely be able to do it. Off the cuff, maybe not so much if it's been a while, but like I love language. Like my pronunciation for certain languages has surprised people who are native. Like if I hear it, I can typically parrot it. And I can pick up some of the smaller nuances in how people say things. And typically I only need like maybe one correction to get something like crystal in another language. Like whenever I learn Japanese, my goal is like you cannot tell. You don't know where I come from. I want to be that good. Oh, since we're talking country stuff, a little side tangent, since we're doing the just chatting thing anyway, I grew up in an area that had a lot of southern drawl. Like, instead of washcloth, it was a wash rag, aka a wash rag. I hated all of those little things. It bothered me so much. It's honestly just a regional dialect if you think about it that way. But I hated it growing up. As a kid, absolutely freaking hated it. So I wanted to sound like I belonged in a city. You want to know how I fixed it? I put a rubber band around my wrist. Not a thin one, a thick, sturdy one. Every time I caught myself saying something like that, whack. Said it again, whack. Until I fixed it. That's how I broke myself out of sounding like a country bumpkin. Yeah, that is how I lost it. I purposely just drove it out of me like out damn thought. Oh, damn. I love Texas. For the things that you can love Texas for. I've said it before, so I can say it now. I live in Texas currently. I don't sound like it, but I live in Texas. I want to go live in Japan though. Working on that. Ah, shit! We're surrounded by Texans. Yeehaw! Holy shit! I need to like hide all of my Pandora stuff in the public now. People might actually recognize me. Heck yeah! Ah, shit! Oh, there was a time when I visited Texas long before I moved here, and it was for a convention. And some people from the convention took me out to Whataburger for the first time. I'd heard of it. I'd never had it. and I was a guest, so they're like, let's go. You've never been. Let's go. And, and I remember as I was going through the drive-through and like just taking in Texas in general, I'm like, if I ever move here, I need a legitimate, real pink cowgirl hat. I don't know why I settled on a pink cowgirl hat. It's not like that was sitting at Whataburger, just like waiting for me to see it. I probably seen somebody with a big old 10-gallon hat on and boots and some shit, but I I wanted a hat. I still have never got it. When I finally moved here, I'm like, hell yeah, time to get that pink cowboy hat. And then I looked at the prices for a legitimate, like not like cheapy, crappy, costumey one. Holy crap, those are expensive. So needless to say, I do not have a pink cowgirl hat. And I don't have redeem set up, so I'm gonna do hydrate because I need it. Brahms. I don't know what a Brahms is, other than like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh wait, I said Stroker. That's worse. That is way worse. I think I need some PH intro music if I'm going to say Bram Stoker. Oh, that's a VHS on somebody's dirty shelf somewhere. You just know it. Every name for that industry has been found and abused. Oh, Australian to British? I've been guessed at like whatever the most like close big city is. Like, "Oh, you're from that big city, I bet, aren't you?" I'm like, "Ha, no." But I take that as such a huge compliment after all of the like beating myself up with a rubber band, which out of context also sounds horrible, but it drove the accent out of me. So I'm very happy that it's like a compliment to my dedication and the pain, literal pain that I went through to get rid of my accent. You need to see if a Brahms is by you. Burgers are so good, and they have ice cream. The burger place that I have like an absolute like love for is P. Terry's. Oh my god, I had one of those because I'm like, oh, I want a burger, but the normal place I would go to is a little far. So I'm just going to try this one because they keep popping up. That must be good if they keep getting new franchises, right? Holy shit. They are so good. If you've not had P. Terry's, you cannot mistake the building. It's super, super obvious looking. Oh, hold on. Since there's like at least three of us that probably know what a P. Terry's looks like, and there's some of us that do not. Where did my browser go? Okay. We're going to find what a P. Terry's looks like and show you guys. Oh my goodness. Brave. There we go. That's what a P. Terry's looks like. Is very retro. You've never heard of it. Are you sure you live in Texas? Hold on, hold on. I need to get in the habit of using my toggles. Are you sure you live in Texas? Have you checked your driver's license lately? You might have Utah on there for all I know. Guns Point, I have never heard of Guns Point. Maybe I don't live in Texas. Let's go middle. Middle's larger. Yeah, they look like a retro kind of diner, like a 50s diner sort of thing. I've never ate inside of it. I've always done drive-through, and they have multiple lanes because they're just that freaking busy. But oh my god, if you haven't had them and you have one somewhat nearby or you're going near one, have one and then let me know how good it is. But what is a Guns Point sounds like it's a bullet range, like I'm gonna be shot at if I go there. Okay, if I just search Guns Point burgers, And it doesn't come up with anything. Oh, Guns Point. Okay, it is called Guns Point. Outskirts of Houston. Oh, it's a the city is called Guns Point. I thought it was me. Guns Point is a nickname for Greens Point. I am afraid of how it got that name, in all honesty. I I I I question my next trip through Houston. That makes sense. Oh, okay. I'm gonna close that before I read the reason why. Oh, nope. We're not doing that. Yeah, I can kind of envision why it might be called that. And none of what's in my mind is good reasons why it's called that. It's not like, oh, we've got several manufacturers here, and that's why it's called that. No, no, it's not that. But yeah, Texas stuff aside, or Gut and Run. I am severely off the topic of teaching and walking through my stream, but this is basically up to where I have right now. So it could turn into a literal just chatting stream. We can just talk about whatever. Oh, but I would have to switch. I would have to switch that this OBS is the one broadcasting because I can go back to my original stream setup here by just switching because this new one's going to be called The Shrine because I've got Torii gates and things like that themed into it. But I'm not streaming from this one. So I can't do that. At least and show it on stream. Oh, your brain is fried. You're going to go pato pato. Well, thank you so much, James. I appreciate you hanging out with me and teaching me all the things that I now know about Texas that I did not know up until now. And I will see you hopefully on Friday. I will be streaming with Asiana. We're going to be going over. I'm going to. Where's it at? Did I close the dock? Nope, here it is. It's on this one. Haha. Oh, God, infinity and beyond. VTuber applications. Why your VTuber application isn't as strong as it should be or could be, and some of the reasons why you're getting rejected. So we're going over that. We've got some insights both from like our attempts and just like I did a video somewhat on the topic, but not really on the topic, so it's an adjacent topic about like how to apply to a VTuber agency. But this one is going to go way more in depth on the actual questions, how you fill it out, what you can do, blah, blah, blah. We got a lot of stuff. I don't want to spoil all of that, but it's Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I have an image for the Japan time because Asian is in Japan. But yeah, I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I haven't discussed about this, other than like maybe the audio, which I haven't completely fixed yet. Because if you notice, if I go to scene, which in theory could be my opening screen, my starting screen, it has the microphone by default. I don't want that there. Because if I start the stream and I'm talking in the background or saying, hey, could you grab me a drink of water from the kitchen if you're going or something to wifey, it's going to get picked up. And I don't want that. So I specifically pick the audio sources that get to be on certain ones. And that's a whole other thing to set up. And I haven't done that yet. And my voice is dying. All that Fox energy and all that just yammering, it's catching up with me. I went from a call to here. And I said I went from work to call to here. And I don't talk a ton at work. Thankfully, I used to and I hated it. It really was taxing on my voice. But now I talk after work. I've just flip flopped it. I don't get paid to talk anymore. Don't think of that. That's not what it is. It's no, no, I didn't do that kind of phone stuff. I did call center work. Not that kind of call center either. Like, hi, do you need technical support? Yeah, absolutely. I can help you with that. That made me remember a TikTok. There was, I don't know if it's a trend, but it was one video that I've seen so far. Real voice versus customer service voice. And that is so real because whenever I took a phone call, I spoke very differently. Oh, you're a cashier. Oh, I hate talking to people. I have done cashier. I have done bank work. I have done like all sorts of customer service, restaurants. God, I am so happy that now I do not talk to people for a living. I still talk to people because, oh, hey, do you got that thing that I need? Oh, cool. Yeah, send it over when you're done. Thanks. Thanks, Bob, or whoever the heck his name is. I talk to people to communicate for things like that, but I don't have conversations constantly all day long. Yeah, it is a fine starter job, and I think everybody should have something similar at some point in their life, preferably for an extended period of time, because if you just do it and they go, oh, yeah, I did that for like a week, a month, some short period of time, you didn't really gain the benefit of actually doing customer service. You need to understand the plight of the people who are helping you. You have to deal with the unreasonable people, the kind people, and everyone in between. Because I think, from me personally, doing all of those jobs, I can relate better to people. And if I, as an example, for Mother's Day, we went out to a restaurant and the server, I was the only one at the table at the start because everybody else was parking. I came in to, get the reservation started and, have the seat while they parked. And he came by and he's like, oh, hey, oh, where's the rest of them? Because it was a four top table. And I'm like, oh, they're parking. They'll be in a minute. And the parking was absolutely full. They had to park like a whole business down. So it took him a while, right? So he came back again. He's like, "Oh, they're still not here." I'm like, "Yeah, parking's really bad." He's like, "Yeah, it's bad out there. There's probably not a lot of spots." So I get it. And he was like bringing me water during this time, but when they came in, poof, he disappeared. We didn't see him for a while, and then some other guy came, and he's like, "Yeah, so was waiting on you, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, let's just get your appetizers in. Do you guys want any appetizers or drinks?" And he started off with the basic stuff, but I watched where he went 'cause I was super curious. Like, where did you come from? You don't sound like you have the weight talked down. It looked like he was a drink runner and worked in the bar, so he didn't really interact like a waiter or a waitress would. So his polishedness wasn't there, or maybe the situation made him a little rough. Um, but I could tell something was going on because the waiter disappeared and someone nervously came to cover for him. So I'm like, oh, something just happened. I hope that guy is okay. Whereas other people might be like, why is it taking so long? I don't know why I'm a cheerleader now, but they might be upset, right? They might be like, what the hell? Why am I being treated like this? I am so much better than this. Like snooty nose in the air, kind of Karen-esque vibes and all that kind of other BS, right? But I'm like, I hope that dude's okay. Did he like suddenly have violent need to poo? Did he fall and hurt himself? Did he have a panic attack? I wasn't asking these questions. They were in my brain. I'm like, what happened to that poor guy? He was so nice at the start, very standard waiter, and had a minor conversation with me. So he was pretty good, but he finally came back and he was super apologetic. I could tell on his face that whatever happened, he felt super bad for leaving us. So I was like, hey, no worries at all. I didn't even bring it up because I'm not going to ask him what it was. I'm just going to, let it go because whatever it was, it couldn't have been good. And we still gave him a pretty good tip because in the end, he did have something happen. Wasn't his fault. He came back. He made up for it. I think he gave us larger slices of cake as an apology at the end because our table was like, holy crap, these slices of cake are huge. He's like, yeah, I guess the kitchen just liked you. A wink. So we had basically a half of a cake each. It was massive. I was forced to eat it. I was popping buttons at the end. But yeah, like you become more tolerant, you become more observant, you sympathize much easier with the plight of others, I believe. And yeah, even if you don't get that in your upbringing, in the service industry, it's kind of pounded into you, hopefully, or it'll just drive you to hate people entirely. The wink, wink. He didn't wink, but it was like in his tone that it was me. I got you the bigger piece of cake. But to me, I just seen it as a wink. Hola, Dora Kaiser. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. I have no idea what's up with me. I actually do. I have an idea as to what's up with me. I'm feeling more confident and I'm trying out things that I normally wouldn't do. And I'm having more fun. So I think it's all good stuff. Only eh. Well, I'm not gonna like call out the stuff on stream. If you want to like vent or anything, my DMs are always open to you. Just let me know. PT, hello, hello. You came in, you head rubbed, and then you went quiet. I wasn't sure if you were still here, but hello, PT. I need to scroll up. Hold on, I need to scroll up. I'm missing things. Yeah, I don't blame you. When I was a cashier or any similar job, I hated it. I was like, I would rather be doing anything else. Uh, I did draw a line. Like I worked for a store that was closing, and I was they called it O1. This was like a store that was going out of business. I don't know what the code necessarily was, but you did stock, you got the carts. You were kind of like a Jack or Jill of all trades. I did not run a register. I was kind of happy at this as it was a summer job when I was growing up. And I was running, stocking shelves, going outside, getting carts. I got exercise. I got to move around. I didn't have to talk to people. It wasn't bad. And I still got paid. But I drew a line when they tried to hand me a mop and a bucket and go, someone just crapped all over the bathroom. We need you to go clean it up. I'm like, no, that's not in my job description. They're like, no, but somebody has to do it. I'm like, yeah. And there's a bunch of people goofing off in the back room. They ripped a football out of the packaging and they're playing with it right now. And I'm the only one doing all of their jobs. I suggest you find one of them. And I walked back to do my job. No, I am not doing that. You're closing. This is a summer job. I could do without it. You have to find somebody to clean your toilets. If nobody else would do it, guess what? It's on you. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not that bad in there, but hey, I never did it. I stood my ground. Oh, you were here the whole time. Yeah, I kind of figured because you messaged and then you disappeared, then you messaged again. I kind of figured you stuck around, just lurked a little bit. I have stories upon stories. If my fox brain gets triggered, I have stories to share. But the bad thing about being a VTuber is you have to be careful what you share and give timelines, things like that. The more detail you give, the more dangerous it is for you. And it's technically true for anybody. Like, even if I was sitting here in the flesh and talking to you, and I told you, oh, yeah, I worked at XYZ store in whatever year and in this town, like, I could give you information that you could use to find me, right? It's even worse for VTubers, I think, because we love our anonymity for the most part. It's kind of like built in. There's some people that are like, here's my face, I'm a VTuber, and they don't care. There's no rule for it. But it's kind of part of the territory for the most part. I've been working for a cashier since you were 18 to 23 now. I had 2 years where you worked the floor, which was amazing. Was amazing for your back, but you got let go. Oh, I'm so sorry. So you had to get a quick job to make ends meet. I had to do that. And many years later, I'm still there. Yeah, oh God, I could tell stories, man, but I don't want to dox myself. Yeah, I was a little nervous when you mentioned that one eating place in Texas. Yeah, this was pretty recent. This was this year for Mother's Day. So uh, it was a guy that waited on us. I If that is you, oh my God, what is the odds of that? Like you would instantly be like, I remember that table. I remember that extra cake, and I would just accidentally dox myself. Oh, I can tell a good story. Okay. This one I don't think is going to dox me at all, but this is summer job stuff again. So I used to work at a theme park for a summer job. I think I did that for a couple years and it was fun. I loved it. I didn't have to talk to people except for, hey, take that seat. Hey, take that seat. Don't do that, or whatever, like small interaction I had to do, or like, oh no, that's too many people. You just wait for the next turn. Whatever that little banter is, right? The directional banter. Um, I have so many stories from this place. Uh, I don't. The rides all have different names, and there's like a generic name for all of them, and I don't know it. But it's the circular ride. Think of like an umbrella, and on the umbrella are like basically swings, like very long chains and a seat that you sit in that you're strapped into. And then when it spins, you go outwards with centrifugal force. I don't know what the name of that ride is. It's called so many different things, but that's the ride. Uh, you were not assigned to one specific ride in general, but you had a main ride, at least I did, that I was typically at. And I was typically in Kittyland. I guess I just looked super innocent and trustworthy, and kids would probably love me, which they did. So they threw me in Kittyland for the most of the time. But this was an adult ride. This was one of the very few times I got assigned to an adult ride. So it's partway through my day, and I've got the hang of running this ride. I do this, I do that, I pull the lever, it goes round, I wait X minutes or seconds or whatever, and then I turn it down, wait for it to come down, let people off, rinse, repeat, all that, right? Oh, you know the whole adage of do not eat if you were going on to a ride. There's some truth to it. It's absolutely a thing. Don't do it. Do not do it because it led to this. Somebody did exactly that. Probably had like a chili dog and chased it down with a giant ass Coke. Hopped on this ride going, it just goes in circles. I'm fine. They were fine for the most part. However, when the ride was winding down, so the swings are not out far, they're starting to go vertical again as the centrifugal force dies down, and the ride itself is lowering to where it gets them back to the platform. This one person has held it for this whole time, and they're on the platform, like just slowing down. So they're still going around. It is a slow pace, but it's winding down and they're right above the platform. And all of a sudden, I just hear blah. Let's do the effect blah. And because they're still going in circles, they are painting the circular platform. Everyone has to step on to get off. And it's just absolutely just a trashed ride at this point. I don't know if this was intentional or just really bad timing, but everybody was walking off of that like, ah. It was a nightmare. They just had to touch it temporarily though. I had to clean the ride. So I had no idea what to do. So this ride is in a mess. No one can get on. People can barely get off. So I'm like, I'm young. I don't know what to do. I'm like, the only thing I can do, shut the ride down, lock it up, take the keys, because you can't run it unless you have keys, go to the office and go, what the hell do I do? This is what happened to me. What do I do? They're like, clean it. I'm like, I get that, but how? There's no cleaning supplies at the ride. There's like I would love to have a garden hose, but there's no garden hose. So they're like, here's a bucket. There's a water spigot at this particular location, which is a decent walk from your ride, but I think it's the closest. So here I am bucket brigading water to the ride, dumping it, going back and back and back and back until it's clean. And I'm like, okay, now it's wet. This is still not safe. So I go back to them. I'm like, okay, it's clean, but it's wet. I don't remember if we just simply shut it down for a little bit or I don't think they gave me anything to like wipe it down with, or they just had me like load it back up and go again. But yeah, I was just like, not that ride anymore. No, please no. And thankfully I never had it again. Now it's wet. That's a clip. Now it's wet. Oh, I'm going to read back in the chat. Oh, no, the one that looked like a retro place. I already forgot the name you mentioned. Paul P. Terry's, P. Terry's, apostrophe S. That's the one. Good burgers, great burgers. Would highly recommend. Two Tails Up. That was my gross story. Here's my funny story. The ride that I loved the most, I didn't love any of the kiddie rides. They were just very boring. Put the kid on the scooter, give him a kick. They hand bike around. Yay, they're back. Or put them on the rocket ship. They go around in circles. They're off the rocket ship. That's it. That's all it is. Those were not very fun. So the adult ride that I really loved running was the haunted house. I loved it because I love spooky things. I ran haunted houses. I love Halloween. It is so much me. The way that the ride worked is, of course, there's an in and an out. So you load the two people max in one car and they go through. And then eventually, after they do the whole ride, they come out on the other side. So the way that you had to manually stop the cars. It's a ghetto ride. It's probably old as hell. Hopefully they upgraded it, but you had to manually stop the cars. So either you were loading people or you were stopping cars. That's the two jobs on this ride. Everything else was automated. The haunted house was not people. It was robots and triggered reactions and sounds and lights. Nobody worked inside of it. However, there were secret pathways inside of it. If you went in, you could see it, you can move around and blah, blah, blah. So I knew about a few of these. So all right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. So this is like around Valentine's Day. So there's a lot of people coming in as couples, and I'm still like, this is my summer job at this point. I'm enjoying myself, and two people get on. It's a couple, and they go through, and I know how to time it to where, okay, like in X amount of minutes or X amount of carts, I forget the number that I use, probably X amount of carts, they're going to pop out next. So what I did was like, okay, X amount of carts, I'm going to go on the other side, go into a few of the secret doorways and scare them because they'd gone through a few times. Everybody had gone through a few times. It's a local ride. People are used to it. You know, it's not very scary. It is now. So I went in and was like, booga, 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 when they came around a corner. And I screamed, and I just went a little bit, like around the corner into the darkness kind of thing. I didn't use the secret tunnels or anything like that. I just went into the darkness, screamed at them, and slowed their cart down. So they enjoyed it. They thought it was hilarious. They came back like hours later. They're like, hey, come here. They're like, we're going to go on again. We don't want you to scare us. We want you to scare the people behind us. And really good. So they're putting me up to this at this point. They're like, this person's good. We're going to enlist them to scare the shit out of our friends. And I'm like, bet. So I do my normal counting. And I stop them, and I know their friends are after them because I don't even really have to count, just have to watch for them. So they come out, and I know it's, a certain amount of time between the next car. It's not rapid fire. So what I do, as soon as they come out, I stop their cart, pass it on to the next guy, and I go in. This time, I'm going deeper into the ride. and I'm a bit into it to where you're coming out, it's the end and it's kind of winding down a little bit. I jump on the front of the cart like a howler monkey. I'm on the front. I'm rocking around, grabbing onto the front of it, screaming at the top of my lungs. They're now screaming at the top of their lungs. And I ride the cart out the whole way, grabbing onto it like an absolute lunatic. And then I just stick my feet down and stop it and let them off the ride. Oh, that was my favorite memory from that. I am an absolute lunatic when it comes to that stuff. Hey, welcome back, Lutera. Welcome back. Did you hear my stories, or did you just now get back? Because you missed some good stories. I'm not gonna lie; those are pretty fun. Some of my favorites. I'm gonna take a drink while I wait for a reply. Ah, no, you missed it. You literally just missed the climax of that. Well, it'll be up on the channel as a VOD. You can always watch it again. It was a long story. If it was short, I'd retell it, but it was kind of long. And I would ruin it if I shortened it, kind of thing. It's one of those sort of stories. But welcome back nonetheless. You're here for all of my future stories, at least until a few minutes-ish from now when I stop. Context. I used to work at an amusement park for a couple summers growing up, and I got up to some hijinks in the haunted house ride. I was an absolute lunatic. I don't know what the time stamp is. I'll be building out a feature for that later on. So I has ideas now on how to make my clipping easier, thanks to Yomi. The only other story I can think of from the time in the my brain. What was it? Theme park. Yes, the theme park. It wasn't funny. I just freaked out when a little girl cut her finger, and I didn't even have a band-aid. It was just like a tiny little cut. I was running the bumper car. She came over to me like, "Help me, slightly older person, help me." Yeah, I just switched over to storytelling. I got through all of the technical stuff and then some for what I was going to do tonight. Was showing you how I built what I have so far, which I can demo really quick. It's not a lot. It's me just starting out rebuilding everything. So I can toggle. Let me kill this over here. We don't have that menu there. Like I can toggle my chat on and off now, which easy. Has a fade. It can be up in the top left. It can be all the way on the left. It can be the top right or all the way on the right. This is going to change. This is just basic setting for me right now. I'm going to turn that back off since I've got it on left and right now. And then I also have settings for like sources. Like if you look over here, like I have a gaming, hold on. IRL stories. I have so many stories. Oh God. The bad thing is I think some of my stories would absolutely dox me if anybody really dug into it, but I have so many stories. I have done some random ass stuff in my life. Like, I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. Like, people typically go, you know what? I'm good at this. I'm going to have jobs like this. And that's it. Like, hey, I like we were talking about earlier, Anime and I were talking about, oh yeah, customer service. I've done customer service. And that's what led me into talking about the theme park, is because that was another of my summer jobs that was way more fun than like the customer service stuff that I've done, like working in fast food or department stores or, whatever it might have been. But yeah, some of these are wild that I have, but they also would potentially be searchable and verifiable if I gave them, because I have done things like, I don't even want to necessarily say the things that I've done, because if I listed that out, you could find somebody who's done those things. I could just write it with some twist and cut. Yeah, but doing that on the fly is a little bit of a skill issue because I have to. I, as an example, I can say theme park. I can say the ride that does this, and that ride exists in many different places. It could be this branded theme park, it could be a neighborhood theme park, it could be a traveling theme park that has those things. So that I can kind of generalize, which is why I told those stories, because even the traveling ones have haunted houses and those little spinny rides, like I described, in some way, shape, or form. Oh, as a script. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could probably write up some stuff or at least kind of muse upon it for a while and go, you know what? I want to tell the story, but how do I anonymize it? How do I remove the personal and still get the meat of the story in? But there's some that are just so wild that, like, I can say this one thing that will make you wonder what the hell I'm talking about, but also, like, really want you to, like, you'll really want to know the rest of it. Here, I'm gonna get close for this. Hold on. Let me switch to my moving. I'm gonna get close. Okay. I have an arch nemesis. It is someone you will never ever guess. It's nobody in the VTubing community because this is pre me even knowing what the hell a VTuber was. I have a famous actor as an arch nemesis. It's someone who plays a Klingon in Star Trek. Like me and him have beef. Like beefy beef. It is, yeah, it's a whole side of beef. It's like, the turkey and Thanksgiving kind of beef. But if I told the whole story and told you which Klingon, there's been a shit ton of Klingons, both like the main character kind and also the side character kind. So it could be any of those Klingons, but just me telling you that much, I bet you're like, oh God, I want to know the rest of that so bad right now. How the hell did Pandora end up with an arch nemesis of a famous actor who played a Klingon? I have been to some weird places. I have been to some places that do not tie together. Like normally somebody's like, you know what? I love building computers, so I'm going to get into a computer related field. I'm going to, intern at this computer shop and then I'm going to learn programming. It's all related. Me growing up, oh, hey, look at that job. That seems interesting. I'm going to try that. Oh, what's that job? I'm going to try that job. That's interesting. Perry the Platypus. Oh, I freaking love Perry the Platypus. So why Perry the Platypus? Because I am not what I seem on the surface. That I'm actually a secret agent. Is that the tie-in to Perry the Platypus? But now it's like I'm just gonna throw out random stuff like, oh, I worked at a restaurant. Oh, I worked at a department store. All those are fairly normal. And then at one point I go, you know what? I'm gonna try this highly visible career. Oh, that one's kind of interesting. What if I did this other highly visible career? Oh, that's not it. Oh, what about this other thing over here that I could do that's sort of similar related? That was your guess, but lag. It's a little bit like that. Yeah, like some of those were in the entertainment industry and not in the it's restricted to certain age groups kind of an industry and entertaining. But yeah, I have entertainment backgrounds in a few different ways. Like I have been on stage, like live stage, live audience multiple times. I have like been recorded. I have been like all sorts of things. Like interviewed for live television. I have been in books. I have been like seriously everywhere. And like any kind of media, I have been in that kind of media. Like comics, print, television, like everything related to media, I have been in it in some shape or form. And then I do the random other things. Like, you know what? For this particular summer, I'm going to do a temp agency and see where the hell they put me. Like absolute chaos. Just like, oh, why not? We'll try this out. I was never a theater kid. I hated people seeing me as a kid. Like, as an example, when I was in elementary school, there was a class play that we were putting on. I don't remember what it was because, elementary school, a long time ago, but it's just one of the normal stuff you do, right? Just whatever little kids play, right? And hold on, tiny backup. I was a very meek and quiet child. I was shy. I was introverted. I still am. You probably won't believe it after hearing me tonight, but I am still introverted. I have my moments of extrovert, but my primary mode is introvert. I was way worse as a kid. I only knew how to be an introvert. So when they came to me and said, "This is mandatory for your," I think they tried to grade me on it, but like my fear of being in front of people and talking in front of a groups just broke all of my shyness. I told them, if you put me in this, I will ruin it. I will purposely ruin it. So do you still want me in it? And this is little me in elementary school. I said it differently. I'm sure I said it differently. It wasn't as cohesive as that, but I know what I told them. I told them I will ruin it. Try me, bitch. In today's terms. And they were like, um, uh, okay, no, hold on. I need to get better at my toggles. I'm gonna make myself get better at the toggles. Here we go. Like, no, no, no. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we'll just find you like a backstage something to do. Yeah, yeah. You want to guess where I was? I was in the audience watching it. I didn't have to do a damn thing. Little old me just playing the system, making threats I fully intended to cash in on if they tried me on it. Like other ones that like for some of the other things that were mandatory participation that I didn't quite get out of. I'm like, I'll play the Jack in the Box that's broken that never comes out of the box. They let me do that. So I talked from inside a box and I played music from inside a box. That's all I did. Oh, like I think at that point they even knew the quiet ones were the ones that you had to really worry for. And I was the quiet one. They're like, "Oh shit, this one never pushes back." And they're pushing back. Oh God, what will they do? They were probably afraid of whatever that unknown outcome was if they actually tried to force me into doing it. Kids can be brutal, man. Kids can be brutal. I had my moments. But it's weird that I started out like that, but now I'm doing this. Like, I did the whole like in-person hide, this is me and all the media and all that kind of crap. And I do this too. Like, I never would have thought at that point where I was telling them like, "Try me, bitch. I'll ruin your whole thing," that I would end up actually enjoying it and doing it on purpose, not being forced to do it. So interesting turn of events, but I still have those introverted moments, which is like most of my moments throughout the day until I'm like, okay, well, it's stream time. Time to pull out my inner extrovert. I can do it in bursts. I do kind of master, not master, but I am kind of a Jill of all trades, and I can do a lot of things, but I don't specialize in those things. Like, I'll get bored of things, which is why I think I have something about me that's never been diagnosed. Like, I'm doing some like crafty projects related to my VTuber that are sitting here staring me in the face, partially done. There's like 2 of them. I never went back to them. I got busy with other things and I can literally see them from where I'm sitting all day long, every day, but I never finished them. Some things like that just happen to me. I never go back to the project, or it's been a while, then I start it up again, and I might actually finish it, but it's difficult sometimes to do that. It sounds like you're a little bit the same, Lutera. Which I'm sure there's some kind of medical diagnosis for that. I've done that all my life. But I really should finish those. But there's so many more things that I want to do, and it's like, trying to think of the right way to phrase it to kind of visualize it. Think about you're putting together a 500-piece puzzle. Each of those pieces is potentially the same level importance, depending on how you approach the puzzle. Some people like to find the edges, which puts those at a little bit more of a higher priority. It makes sense, right? If you start a boundary, you can fill in the middle a little bit easier. But if you have all of those things as tasks to do, some, yeah, those are a bit more important. You know that right away. And if you think about it, in a 500-piece puzzle, how many of those are actually edge pieces? Not many. The majority are those other random ass thoughts that are in the middle that make up the whole that you want to create. Those are the ones that are very distracting. And every now and then I'll be like, okay, I need to put another edge piece in. And then I go back to something like that that's a cornerstone that I really need to complete. And then I get sidetracked again by all those, hundreds of pieces that are the middle. So that's kind of how my brain works and how my processes kind of function. For an ad hoc example, too many hobbies, not enough time. I have but the one hobby, but there's so many facets to this one hobby that it encompasses other hobbies, like art. I drew my own model. I drew my own emotes. I drew my own layouts, and I make my own like graphics because I'll show. I didn't show this earlier, but I do my own thumbnails for my YouTube videos and things like that. So there's a lot that, see, this is me mocking up this layout that we're looking at right now. I grabbed a screenshot from Zenless Zone Zero as an example, and then this is where the rotating stuff is going to go. This is my Torii gate that you guys have seen. Whoa, it's actually on top me. That's because I'm on the wrong scene. There we go. Okay, so with the Torii gate, if I shrink, it actually comes in. So that is how I mocked this up. And this is where the graphic comes from. It's actually a whole ass Torii gate. You're only seeing a tiny portion of it. So I can actually shove it all the way in. Oh wait, don't clip that. Don't clip that. No, out of context. Especially when it says get in my foxhole. I say that. That's bad timing on my part. But yeah, I do all my art and my thumbnails for my videos and like all of that stuff, like my banners and I did all that art. So like there's multiple hobbies that coalesce into being a VTuber. I do my own editing, and like I need to work on my social media. So there's a lot that goes into just being a VTuber. You just don't exist, and that's it. It's multiple hobbies layered into each other. Yes, drawing, crafting, gaming. I do all of those things. It's a lot of hobbies. It's absolutely a lot of hobbies. Yes, I finally got Jane in Zenless Zone Zero. I was celebrating like crazy. Oh, one VTuber did a cosplay, like a legitimate, like in real life cosplay, or they had a toggle to change their outfit into hers, into Jane's. But yes. Oh, there's even programming, like computer stuff, because the like the bot, like all of this technical stuff is also another hobby that I have. I can build computers, I can program, we're going back to that Jill of all trades but master of none thing. Like I'm good at several of these, but oh god, I miss cosplay. I loved cosplay so much. I haven't seen it or done it in so long. I really would love to do that again. Like the day that I get popular enough for someone to cosplay me, oh my god, I will just lose my shit. If that ever happens, right? If that ever happens, like my shit will be lost. It will be like 404 shit not found. You were going feral because she has done more ZZZ costume. I've seen some people that just have latched on to Zenless Zone Zero and have just done this cosplay, that cosplay. And it's basically whenever they release a new character, they've done it. If it matches like their body type and such, but they typically do the majority of them. At least some of the people I follow on TikTok or even see scrolling. But yeah, I sew as well. I sew, I prop make, I do a shit ton of stuff. I've done so much. I wish I could kind of figure out a way to break all of that into streaming, because like I said, I bounced around to so many different things. I know so many different things. Like if I leaned on some of my past contacts, I know like some famous people. I'm not gonna name drop, but like I'm sure they would remember me even if it's been years. I might have to go, yeah, yeah, I remember that one time, and they're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I know a few people like that. Not a ton. Just some people that I've kind of clicked with over the years, seen a few times, got to know, etc. But I was actually learning prop making from a master at one point. So I have a little bit of a leg up in that regard because I learned from them a little bit, not a ton, unfortunately. I would love to have done it, but yeah, they were nowhere near me, so it was just kind of like a very temporary basis. If I lived closer, holy shit, I would have been like apprentice me, master, teach me the things. Would be GGS. I don't know what that is. The only GG I know is good game. Or if I add an E, it's eggs. And yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, it's the whole outfit is not bad. Your wig is going to be the problem. This is a custom wig. This is not something you'd have to buy off a shelf, or rather could buy off a shelf. You would have to pay for somebody to make you a wig or learn wig making, and I know a little bit about that too. There's several like crafty, entertainmenty things that you could drop, and I probably go, yeah, I could do that. Like I can sculpt to a degree, I can 3D sculpt to a certain degree. I've made VR chat avatars at one point. Like I've done like so many things. Uh, I've worn a lot of wigs in I almost said in my time I've worn a lot of wigs. But I have worn a lot of wigs for cosplay, for Halloween, for like so many different particular reasons. I've worn wigs, and it depends on the wig. If you get one that's not really well put together, probably one of the cheaper ones is going to be the better bet for having an itchy wig. Yeah, they can be itchy. There are certain things you can do to kind of help with that. There are things like wig caps that kind of it's kind of like a pantyhose thing or a fishnet thing. Depends on the build that you get. It has like a wide band around it, kind of like a soft elastic. That could help barrier yourself against what is causing the itchy. But generally, if that's the case, if you are finding it itchy, it's probably because something in that wig cap is rubbing against you and it's causing the itch. So it's probably just a bad wig, in all honesty, or something that maybe you can like put something on or tape down. I mean, you could even like kind of hot glue a piece of fabric in a lot of cases to that. The only downside is it might slip more if you get a very slick fabric and put that in on the front part of the wig cap. The back shouldn't be so bad because your hair is usually there to kind of buffer that. But yeah, like I can actually just break into all this just off the cuff because I know all this crap. I want to do Gyu because for Infinity Castle movie, when I go watch it at the cinema, I don't know that one. What is that? Infinity Castle movie. I need to be educated. This sounds like something I might want to go watch. I do want to go watch the new Stitch movie. I'm waiting to see if I won tickets. I put in for some tickets. If not, I'm gonna go buy the tickets and just go normally. Oh damn, we're almost at 11:30. Demon Slayer. Ah, yeah. I need to get caught up on that. I stopped partway through season 1. Um, and I just got sidetracked by other anime. Not that I didn't like it or found it interesting. I think I got up to a certain episode. I was like, I need to wait for the next one to come out. And then I'm like, oh, that other anime over there. Here, I need to make myself puppet. Oh, that other anime over there. Let me go watch that one instead. So that's usually what happens if I forget an anime, or there's something about it that makes it difficult. That I forget the whole title, but that time I became a slime, the isekai anime, they have a weird watch order, and I'm trying to get through that weird watch order, and I put that off for the longest time, but I loved that anime so freaking much. I just need to do the extra steps and watch it in a certain order in order to do it right. Otherwise, I don't want to get confused or like get spoiled or anything like that. But Demon Slayer is one of those that I need to go back and catch up on. There's another one that recently I'm like, Dr. Stone. That's another one that's got a weird watch order associated with it that's just kind of prevented me from just naturally watching it like, oh, season 1, oh, season 2, oh, season 3. But yeah, Demon Slayer is a good one. Do need to catch up on that one. But yeah, since we are almost at 11:30 and I do have work tomorrow, I more than likely should just call it done. Give my voice a break. I have been talking for uh, probably about 3-4 hours straight at this point. And I went from a phone call on to here, and I have not stopped talking the whole time that I've been streaming at very least. So there's one Gyu cost available for 115 USD on Amazon, but I don't know if I'll want that. Ooh, let's have a look. I can give some opinions on it. Uh, I have mixed thoughts about buying cosplay because there's a lot of like ones that they make the pictures look good for it, but when you get it, it's basically like putting a trash bag on your head. It is just like okay, yeah, they know who I am, but this quality isn't like what it looked like in the picture, or they swap out the picture and the product. They might pick a cosplayer who made their own and go, oh, these are only example photos, and then you get this low quality one that they slapped together, or it's a hit or miss. So I have my mixed opinions on buying cosplay. But let me see if I can find that costume that you're talking about. Let me pull over a browser window here, and you said it was on Amazon. So let's see, Giyu, Giyu cosplay Amazon. Oh, that's Etsy. It's probably that one. Let's find out. I'm just gonna assume this one here because there's multiple results, of course, because it's a popular anime. Can I not see a bigger picture of this? I want to see your detail. But even then, like I said, this could be like some other cosplayers' photos because this is a cosplayer for sure. Whether they hired them or not, no idea. But my worry is that this doesn't match this because I can already tell there's color differences because like there's green here, but here this looks very blue green. So my worry right away with this one anyway is that different people, different product, not even the same product, different entirely, etc. But I would try to reverse image search some of these to see if it came up with like, oh, this is cosplayer Bob or whatever they go by. And I would be kind of like, I don't want to go with that particular company. But looking at the reviews, that's a lot of reviews. Pretty happy people. Maybe not so bad, but depending on how discerning you are with your wants for quality and accuracy, you might want to split some hairs that way. Like I would want to wear this. Oh, I'll end on a story, and it's Demon Slayer related. It's not a super long story, so it won't take me but a moment. So, I went to Japan. I've been a few times at this point, but one of the times that I went to Universal Studios Japan, and they have a ride that there's a few. I've been a few times, And there's a few rides that they recycle and they change into, oh, it's this partnership for this year or that year. It's that partnership for that year. So, as an example, this ride might be Demon Slayer this year. Next year, it might be Yu Yu Hakusho. It might be this or that, and blah, blah, blah. So it rotates. So they just retheme the ride. So this year, it was Demon Slayer. And I'm like, yes, I love Demon Slayer. Let's go on this ride and see what they did. Last year it was something else. I forget what it was. So me being the touristy fox that I am, I'm like, ooh, click, ooh, click, ooh, click. I'm taking pictures. So yeah, you're not supposed to take pictures in that ride. So I get to one point in the ride where there's this TV and it's telling a story of like why the ride, and the ride was amazing, by the way. I'll tell a little bit about that. But there was a staffer there and he see me go, raise cell phone, click. And me being as white as I am and obviously not Asian and obviously a tourist, he comes up to me and speaks in Japanese. I know a tiny bit of Japanese and I definitely get the gist even without knowing the little bit of Japanese that I have under my belt. I understood. Oh, no photos. Okay, sorry. And I was like, gomen. I was saying sorry. I put my phone away. And but the ride was amazing. Like it was embarrassing to be called out like that, but it's my own damn fault, honestly. But I can't read Japanese, so yeah, there's an excuse for that. But yeah, that was my embarrassing thing in Universal Studios Japan. But the ride was freaking amazing. Like I said, it's rethemed every year. This time they had VR goggles on you. So yes, you were on a ride. It did go places, but you had a VR goggle on like the whole time. So you seen yourself sitting as an occupant on a train from that period. So, and you could look around every which way. You could turn all the way around if you wanted. Everything worked. And you could see the characters interacting with you as the ride went. So as it went up and down and right and left, you got to see this epic battle. I don't remember the whole thing, but like they were doing, they were like fighting, like they got ripped out of the windows by a monster, and they were like fighting on the roof, like the roof got cut off or something like that, so I could see up that way, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing, like chef's kiss if I could do that. It was really good. So, yep, that's my last story. And with that, I will once again just do a quick outro, and I need to get better at these. Maybe I write myself a small little script, but thanks again for everybody who was here for whatever amount of time that you graced me with. It's greatly appreciated. If you do want to follow me, greatly appreciate it, whether that be on YouTube or whether that is on Twitch. Either way, it's greatly appreciated. If you do want to check out my content as far as my long form videos, that would have to be YouTube because, it doesn't quite work on Twitch. So do follow me over there. Subscribe rather, mixed terms. But yep, do that. I also have a Discord. Advertised the shit ton, and we made commands on stream that if you type Discord, like ! Discord, I'm gonna do it. There we go. It will show up in your stream of choice as a response from my bot. So we coded that live. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, if you want stuff like that, I'm going to be making this whole thing into a video, me setting up the stream, showing you how to do it, why I'm doing it, what plugins I'm using, how to do X, Y, and Z to make this work, that work, etc. It's going to be a whole series. That's going to be on YouTube. They're going to be short videos. That way, if you need, how do I do this? You've got a video for that. I'm not going to like loop a bunch of things into a 15, 20 plus video of like, how do I set up all of these things? Nobody's going to want to watch that. So it's going to be chopped up. So short videos, short answers, all of me creating the stream all over again with some new technologies in mind. So that's going to be a thing. And also this Friday, if you want to come back and see me super soon, I am going to be doing a co-stream with Ashiana, who is the CEO of Halo Mics. and it was also a fellow VTuber. She's the one that got me into it. We're going to be going over VTuber applications. Not like exact applications like, oh, hey, you applied to this VTuber agency. Let's review it. But we're going to be going over a lot of the details, like what do they ask for? Why do they ask for it? Why you should put this versus that. If you put that, that's going to get you looked over, or your application in the trash, things like that. We're going to be going over all of that throughout the stream. And if I can chop that up, I'll make that into a short video. If not, it's just going to stay a VOD. But this Friday, 8 p.m. Central is when that is happening. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be pretty educational. It's going to have a linear kind of thought to it versus me all over the place like tonight. So it's going to have some structure. But yes, come back and see me. If not in the Discord, if not on YouTube, if not on Twitch, in some way, shape, or form. Would greatly appreciate seeing you again. And I don't have anything set up to raid. So I'm just going to sign off with that. Yes, we're not going to raid. So I'll eventually put raiding back into my buttons here. So have a good week. See you on Friday, hopefully. And if not, in another stream or as a comment in one of my YouTube videos. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks again for everything, and I'll see you later.